I recently did a review of this product, which is a leashy tool. And if you saw that review, you saw that I was able to pick this lock open in about 30 seconds. And it makes you think, man, these locks are pretty vulnerable. Is there another way that I can fortify or protect my house? Well, today we're going to be looking at two different types of door locks, and they're actually additional door locks that you can use. You can even use them while you're traveling. I have two different brands. This one right here is a 2-pack and it retailed for around $17. This right here is a 1-pack, but it also came with this alarm door wedge, and this retailed for around $15. Let's unbox them so you can see what they look like. Here we are unboxed. I should say I have this package over here that came with 2 of these, where the other one only came with 1. The second one here you can see in the bag is actually red. I'm gonna leave that one in the bag just so we don't get the 2 confused. If we take a quick head-to-head look at these 2 items, they look very similar. I will say the one on the right appears to be a little thicker than the one on the left, so that was the 2-pack, and that's important. And as I'm trying to bend it, I do feel like this metal might bend easier. And in my opinion, when you're trying to keep your door secured, you want something that's a little stronger to help out. Then again, if you don't have a whole lot of space between your door and the frame, you might need a piece of metal that's a little thinner. The upper mechanism looks very similar. We just have a slider which has some grooves in it, and it can go back and forth. Now, I will say the chain is connected to the bottom of this one and the top of that one, so we'll see how that impacts their use. We're gonna put those door locks to the side real fast. I'm gonna install a 9-volt battery into this alarm, or this door alarm. I wanna make sure I put it in the right way. And I want to hear what this sounds like. I do like that this foot has almost like a rubber bottom here, and so it feels like it's extra grippy and might really hold on to the ground. All right, so let's turn it on. No noise. So on the side, we can see here that we have low, medium, and high. I wanted to clarify that this low, medium, and high is the sensitivity. And now I did turn this off. It's the sensitivity of the foot. So if you're on low, it really needs to be compressed down. Medium, not as much. And high, well, you barely need to touch this thing at all before the alarm sounds. Let's just turn it on low for now. And I'm going to push down on this. Let's listen together. Wow. That was a really loud noise. I can definitely see this would wake you up out of a sound sleep and may even scare away an intruder. I ended up turning it off just to get the horrible noise to stop. It should be noted that in order to turn this alarm off, you actually have to turn the switch off. It does not have a timeout where it will shut off by itself. The directions do tell us that when we are not using this as an alarm, this can be used as a door stopper. I've tried this wedge on a variety of doors. In my experience, it's best if you can put it near where the door opens and, wedge it under. Therefore, if you go to open the door, it immediately starts to sound the alarm. I have put it up against the door and not wedged it under, and when I open the door, you just end up pushing the wedge. It just pushed the wedge and it didn't even sound. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. Are you excited to test out these door locks? I know that I am. You know what? Enough chatting about it. Let's get right back to the review. I'm just going to show you real quick the operation of this, and then we're going to go try it on a door. So this part actually goes into the space where your door will latch shut. Then what you do is you take this piece, you're locking it right in here, and you're going to wedge this up against the door. So now the door will be pushing against this plastic piece, and, well, it shouldn't open. Let's try this on my door. I'm going to open this up. You can actually see when the door has been closing, it's been hitting here before getting to the strike plate. So it'll be interesting to see if this will even work. We're going to insert this piece into the strike plate so it's sort of tighten in there, and now I'm going to close the door. I do find it challenging to hold the metal piece and close the door at the same time because we have a lot of things going on, but we got it in. I have my alien draft seal in the way, so we're going to try to work around that. We're going to take this piece right here and slide it on in. Now that we're in, we're going to push that in, creating a wedge, and this should not open, and that is rock solid. I do think it's pretty cool. All right, let's take it off and remove it. Pulling this back up. I got to figure out how to work this back through. Popped out. Open the door. Oop. There it goes. And now we can take it out. It was virtually the same installing the red one. The only thing I do like about the other brand is it has this handle which will help you release it easier. As I've been using this for a little while, I've made a few observations. So the reason I keep using this particular door is because it is recessed in, and that's more challenging than a typical door. You can see by the measurement that this is about 1.75 inches recessed in. I figured that I could just now use the outside connector instead of the inside connector, and it still works because I just push it down there and now it's still holding tight. What I like about that is it makes it easier to release, and I'm not trying to fiddle with it when I want to get it off. So tell me, what are your thoughts of these portable door locks? Have you tried them before? Would you consider it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I've tried these on quite a few different doors, and here are some of my observations that you need to know. Now, the minimum size door latch you can have is actually 3/4 inch, and the maximum on both is 1 1/8 inch. That means you cannot use this on a door latch that's smaller or larger than the 2 provided slots. So it's important to know the limitations of these locks. In this video, we were talking about portable door locks. So what did I think about? Well, first things first, I think there's a lot of practicality to this. If you're, I don't know, at a hotel, you're not sure if the door is going to lock, you have something that gives you extra security, and you know what? They actually do work. The worry that I would have is that you couldn't get these off quick enough if an emergency were to arise, and that is worrisome. I say, you know what, if you're going to use these, make sure you have lots of practice removing them from the door, because if you can't get it off, you can't open the door. That was my full review of these portable door locks. I also threw in the alarm wedge. You know what? This product has a lot of pros to it and cons to it, but that's something that you're going to have to decide. If this is something that interests you, I'll place a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. If I had to pick a winner, it would actually be this brand, the KUOGO. I would butcher the name, so I'll just spell it. I thought that the handle was much better, the metal seemed thicker, and it's just more user-friendly. Did this one work? Absolutely, but this one was just easier to use. I do appreciate that you can actually use either or of these holes that are there depending on the size of the space between your door and the frame. I thought that was very convenient. I will say if I used it on the outer one, I had to take off this metal clip just because it was getting in the way when I was locking it and unlocking it. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of these portable door locks. You know what? At the beginning of this video, I actually started with my leashy lock pick or leashy tool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that review right up here, and I would love it if you click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.